Welcome to my classroom management presentation. The strategies I am about to present, I believe, are some of the most effective for classroom management. They're also based on Wong's classroom management book and Cyber's effective classroom management and positive teaching article. The first strategy in this presentation is having a morning routine. So, the teacher sets the mood for the day. Teachers need to be organized and ready with activities and lessons that engage their students. The teacher needs to be able to model calmness, caring, and stability. If the teacher is angry or anxious or upset, this will set the mood for the day. So, if a teacher models calmness and um, and is happy, then this will create more stability for the students and it will create a positive environment for the day. In addition, Cyber says that to have successful school days, it is important that teachers stand in front of their classes in a positive interaction between teachers and students. Positive thoughts enrich the relationship. I believe that Cyber is referring to meaningful interactions. And one of the first meaningful interactions that can take place during the school day is for teachers to greet their students as they are coming into the classroom. So this is by, saying, "Oh, hey Johnny, good to see you today. I'm so excited to have you here." And it could really make a difference in the student's day. It's also teachers can do this um, by establishing a morning routine from the beginning of the years. So the teacher establishes the routine in the beginning of the year by teaching the routines first. So they explain, model, and demonstrate all the procedures. And then the teachers have the students practice the procedures, and then the teachers reinforce the procedures throughout the year. So this means that they reteach, they rehearse, and reinforce the procedures until they become habits. And actually, on the right side, I created a schedule that teachers can use. So, it's just an example. So, like from 8 to 8:10, greet students and have them do an emotional check in. This way that you know what kind of mood they are in and you can um, you can plan according to their emotional needs. And then from 8:10 to 8:15, you have them take out homework and turn it in. And then from 8:20 to 8:30, you have them begin their bell work. And during this time, you can also complete attendance and lunch chart. And something that teachers can do is also have posters that remind students of their tasks that they're supposed to be doing. So that way that if they need a reminder, they can just look at the charts. And for younger children, the charts can have pictures. The second strategy is having effective classroom transitions. So, Cyber mentions that meeting mutual of needs is a first component of a positive approach. Meeting mutual needs creates a good partnership between the teacher and the student. Students and their classmates should recognize that they work with the teacher in a team. And the teacher can do this by explaining to the students at the beginning of the year that they are a team and that they will work together collaboratively to build a strong relationship um, that will help in creating a successful dynamic in the classroom. And Wong actually defines a transition as a bridge connecting one activity to the next throughout the school day. And teachers and students, again, should work collaboratively as a team during transitions. Teacher leads by announcing their transitions, and students follow by taking the steps required. And student learning depends on transitions. So, effective transitions increase the time for learning, while ineffective transitions decrease the amount of time that is spent learning. And Wong actually mentions a procedure that teachers can take for smoother transitions. And so, the first step is to plan smooth transitions by using cues such as ringing a bell, playing music, or hand clap rhythms to announce a transition. Teachers should also let students know how much time they will have to complete an activity and how they should prepare for their next transition. And a tip that the book actually mentions is announcing the transition a few minutes before it occurs. So it's especially helpful for students that have autism and ADHD. The second step is to have materials ready for the next activity. So teachers should organize the materials that students will need for activities so that the students are able to start working quickly. The third strategy is ending the lesson. And so, ending the lesson is just reviewing with students the things that were learned that day. It is also a great opportunity to review important upcoming events such as important homework, assemblies, field trips, fire drills. It is helpful for teachers, students, and parents to end the day with a review of the learning and events that took place that day. And this technique allows you to share with students and parents the daily activities, lessons, and homework in a matter of minutes at the end of the day. So, usually parents will ask their students, what did you learn today? And, if you review what you did that day on a daily basis, students can just tell their parents or guardians exactly what they did. And in case that they don't remember, they can just look at their planner and show them, oh, this is what we did today. And, actually, this technique is also useful as it prepares students for the next day or upcoming week. So say, for example, on Thursday, you know, you remind the student, oh, tomorrow our essay on Charlotte's Web is due. And so, students look at their planner, they're like, right, so tomorrow, Friday, our essay on Charlotte's Web is due. And once they come in on Friday and it's time to turn in their assignment, they're like, oh, okay, you're like, as a teacher, you're like, okay, students, it's time for you to turn in your assignments. And, the students already know, oh, okay, Charlotte's Web essay is due. And so it's just a very simple strategy, but it's very, very useful in helping building classroom management and preparing students for the upcoming events. Strategy number 4 is building a relationship with parents. I believe this is one of the most effective strategies in this presentation. Cyber mentions that for teachers, it is a good solution to understand the parent's position. Often, parents have trouble with their child or in their parenting role. So, if teachers are a bit more understanding and build that relationship with parents, then they can understand their parents better, which will lead to a stronger relationship that will ultimately help the child. So, building relationship with parents is an essential part of classroom management. Students' behaviors are usually a reflection of their daily experiences. Usually, parents know the students better than anyone. Therefore, it is essential that the teacher communicates with the parents. Now, this does not mean that the teacher should complain, but rather work together with the parent or guardian to fulfill the student's needs. In addition, if a teacher builds a reputation of being helpful, the parent might be more trusting and share things that are relevant to the student's experiences, such as divorce, homelessness, abuse, even asking the teacher for help. So, if the teacher builds that reputation of being helpful and understanding, then a parent or guardian might be more likely to go to that teacher for help. And it will reflect in the student emotional well being. And ways that teachers can communicate with parents or guardians are through parent surveys, monthly, weekly newsletters, providing resources, and something as simple as greeting them at the gate during arrival and dismissal. So, the fifth and last strategy is growth mindset. And growth mindset is the belief that with practice, perseverance, and effort, people have limitless potential to learn and grow. And so, Cyber in her article actually mentions that classroom management is intended to provide students with more opportunities to learn all of the things that a teacher does to organize student space, time, materials, is so that students' learning can take place. However, when a student is insecure about their abilities, it is hard for learning to take place because they are limited by their comfort zone. A growth mindset teacher can help their students by helping them develop a growth mindset, meaning that the students understand that their skills, intelligence, and abilities are not fixed with effort, And so, with effort and perseverance, they can make improvement. Students will start viewing their failures as opportunities for learning instead of feeling limited and intimidated by challenge. They will feel empowered to take on these challenges. So when mindsets so with growth mindset, mistakes are normalized and students learn to take risk, and this is where learning takes place. And so growth mindset helps in the manner that students are engaged in the learning process and they become active participants. And sometimes students, they become frustrated because at some point they're like, I can't do this, or this is too hard, and like they just feel like giving up because they feel like they can't do it. And as a result, they sometimes become overwhelmed with their emotions and they act out. So with growth mindset, instead of acting out, the students have the skills to handle these obstacles. And so therefore growth mindset is a powerful skill that can be useful in classroom management because it gives students the skills that they need to not give up and not feel powerless. And so I believe that this is actually a very very um underrated strategy, but I think in the upcoming years growth mindset will surely make its way into classrooms. This is kind of like a future strategy that I wanted to provide, but it was, I felt, a very important strategy that I wanted to include in this presentation. And so, yes, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you, and thank you. Goodbye.